Hey everybody, since we have lots of new coaches on our team, I wanted to take a moment to do some training on some common mistakes that new coaches make when they get involved in the business. So I want to get right into it. I'm going to go over the top 9 mistakes that I feel coaches make, and hopefully it will help you get some direction as far as areas of improvement if you are a new coach and you're struggling, or maybe you don't realize that these things could really hurt your business instead of help it. So let's get right into it. Number 1. The number 1 mistake that new coaches make is not sharing your why. You know, as coaches, it is really important to share with other people why we want to coach, why we want to do this, because a lot of people don't realize what coaching is about, and they might just see it as a pyramid scheme or those common, objections that people give you sometimes when you bring up coaching. But the thing that I have learned along the way that has really helped me build up a really solid business is sharing why I'm doing this. From the beginning, when I started to think about what I wanted to do with this business, I knew I wanted to be there for my family. For good times, for bad times, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be present when I had children. I just wanted to be someone that when I was old and gray, when I looked back on my life, I was not going to regret all of the parties and events and different things that I had missed out on with my family because I was working so much. So I was very driven by my family. This post right here is just one that I had put up actually back in October. It was a post that I put up about being able to just go home and spend my dad's birthday with him at home on his actual birthday, because for so many years, because of how my work schedule was, I was never able to spend the actual birthdays with my family members. I would have to go home on the weekend before or after, or when I could fit it in. And to be able to just say, hey, I'm going home, I'm going to have dinner with you on your real birthday, was something that was really, really important to me. If you are a new coach and you're not sure why you're doing this, I really hope that you know why. But if you don't, you need to figure it out, and you need to figure it out fast. Sit down, do some soul searching, and determine what you want to get out of this business. What will make you feel amazing with the fact that you are a coach? What is the goal that you hope to get out of it? You really need to know these things, because if you do not, when you're posting every day, that passion, that fire, is not going to be there for other people to see, and it's also not going to be something that you're going to feel. You've got to feel that passion and desire so that you can make things happen to make that goal a reality. So know your why right from the jump, figure it out, and roll with it. Number 2, you do not want to be a salesy billboard. Guys, these are 2 of my first posts that I ever did. The Shakeology post is actually the very first post that I did, and then the little graphic to the left is actually a second one. Everybody as a new coach makes these mistakes. Obviously I did. I can guarantee that pretty much any single person out there that just starts out, they're so excited they want to show off the new program or their Shakeology bag when it comes in the mail. You don't know how to make it unique. So you do the thing that you think of, and that is, let's post pictures with our shaker cups and our Shakeology bag and use all of these stock graphics. And this is probably the biggest mistake that you can make, because this lumps you together with everybody else. No one likes being sold anything. I think pretty commonly I can say that. I know for me, when I see people filling up my news feed with really salesy things, I am so turned off. I want nothing to do with it, because I can't connect to that. I don't care. I know that you're trying to come at me like I am just a number. I'm not a person, and I don't like that. I want there to be an interaction. And when I decided to become a coach, that was what made me go with my coach as opposed to other people that had approached me in the past, because I've been approached multiple times from other people, but they had always come at me in a really salesy way, and it really, really turned me off. But when you have that connection with somebody, when you have a unique approach and you're talking about things in a way that's not salesy, it's going to attract more people. So you do not want to be a salesy billboard. Things you want to avoid are obviously the stock photos that I'm using in the bottom there. There is nothing personal about it. There's nothing that makes me stand out. I'm putting everything they need to know right there in that graphic. I'm telling costs of things. I'm giving them my link. I'm just being really ridiculous with how it's set up, and it's almost embarrassing to look at, but it's okay, because I'm seeing growth from those beginning posts to where I'm at now. So right now, evaluate what you're doing with your posts. Are they salesy? Are they something that if you would see in someone's newsfeed, would they make you go, no thanks, pass? Think about it. I mean, that's the best way to evaluate, is think of yourself as the customer, put yourself in their position, and what would they think? What would you think if you were looking at your own wall and your posts? stand out, be unique, share your character. That's what makes this business amazing. We're all so different. We don't have to be the same as anybody else. I don't want to be the same as anybody else, and I hope you don't want to be either. So with your posts, why are you making them like everybody else? Stand out, be unique, have a great experience for people when they jump on Facebook and they see your post. Have them look forward to it every day. Don't have them go, oh, her post is just like so-and-so. On to the next. Don't do that. Mistake number 3. This is a big one. This is a big pet peeve of mine too, and that is sharing of posts. I have a quote there on one of my older graphics that I think is just great that I had to share again, and that is, an original is always worth more than the copy. You've got to promote yourself, guys, and not other people. There are lots of great posts out there. I'm not even going to joke around and pretend like there's not. There are some coaches, when they post, I go, wow, that was some good stuff right there. That's awesome. Do I share their graphic? No, I don't. Because if you're doing things from a smart perspective, you are including watermarks. For example, the picture on the left, just my breakfast one day, nothing crazy. But because people rip off my posts all the time, they've taken photos of my workout stuff, of my meals, all kinds of things, even my dogs, and use them as their own. I now watermark every single photo. With at the bottom, I've got my Instagram hashtag. So if someone's going to share my photos, guess what? They're promoting me. They're not even helping their own business, because it's going to drive people to my site if I have my site on there, or my Instagram handle, or whatever I'm doing. A lot of times I see coaches sharing other people's stuff, and they might not even realize it, but there is a watermark, something on there, whether it be that tagline, the website, even a logo that someone could associate with something else. I get that there's lots of great content, especially as coaches, we have access to tons of it because Carl Deichler, Autumn Calabrese, Shaun T, they're always sharing awesome things. Is it okay to once in a while share a post from Carl Deichler? Absolutely. But there are so many other posts that you need to be putting your own creative spin on it. If I see a quote that is just awesome, that I love, that somebody had done, I screenshot it, and then I find a way to make it my own. I use an app on my phone to overlay a photo of me working out with that quote, to make it my own, to make it original. But when you're posting things on your page, guys, you don't just want to be sharing and sharing and sharing. I know, again, if you put yourself in the position of a customer, like for example myself, when I'm looking at news feeds, people that share things, I rarely ever look at those, because that just means, oh, something else, something that's just the same old, not unique, no interest there, whatever. I don't want my stuff to fall in that category too. So just make sure that whatever you're putting on your page, again, every once in a while, no one's going to get mad at you if you do it. But if you're doing it constantly, like some coaches, every single post, every single day, there's no originality to that. There's nothing that you're doing to promote yourself and what you're doing in your workouts or any of that to make me have an interest in following your page. So remember that. Watermark your images too. There are a lot of snaky coaches out there that just want to copy your stuff because they have no creative expertise. I've had people copy my posts word for word, and it is really disgusting when they do that. But you know what? It's going to happen. So do what you can to protect your images and to protect your brand and to promote yourself and make it, an awesome scrolling experience for your Facebook followers and social media followers. Number 4, a big mistake people make is not posting. I get it. When you become a coach, sometimes you're afraid of getting judged by other people. Maybe you are afraid of people defriending you because of what you're posting. And I can be the first to tell you that these things have happened to me multiple times. When I became a coach, I was nervous about talking about my issues, about, sharing these things with other people. But I thought that deep down that people wouldn't defriend me and they wouldn't get upset with me or make fun of me. And that happened right away. People started to defriend me because I was posting some salesy things, so probably deserved it. But as time has gone on, I've noticed there's people that have defriended me. And it could just be because they don't want to get healthier. And maybe I'm reminding them that they should be getting healthier. Or maybe they just don't like me, or they don't like my sense of humor, or the fact that I like makeup and I'm ridiculous. And I like to post a lot of photos of my dogs. I don't care. Because in my mindset, if people are defriending me and people are judging me because of my posts, you know what? That's a very small percentage of the people that I reach out to every day. And I am helping so many more people. So many people have been impacted by the things that I do every day on social media, my challenge groups, that amount of people, those people there, that feeling of excitement when you get to help somebody on their journey, that feeling of pride when they reach a goal, when they send you that message that says, my life is forever changed because of something that you did to help me. That feeling beats any feeling of being defriended or judged by some ugly, nasty troll that doesn't know a good thing when they see it. So please, please, please know that being defriended in this business, being judged, it's going to happen in the beginning because people might not think that you're credible. They might think that you're not serious. Sometimes it takes a while. A lot of my close friends made fun of me when I joined Beachbody. They thought that it was a pyramid scheme. And after some time, they came around, they became customers of mine or coaches. They saw that it was legit, that it was serious. And another thing that we think of a lot is that we've got to be perfect, and we're scared to post because we're not perfect. Especially with me in the beginning, when I became a coach, I had 60 extra pounds hanging on with me, and that was not cool. And I was embarrassed of photos, and I was embarrassed to talk about the issues that I had when it came to drinking excessively and eating poorly and having low confidence and self-esteem. That was something that was scary for me to share. And over time, I got more comfortable with that, but I was so scared that people would not want to come talk to me when I said that I was running a challenge group, or I was doing all of these things, because I wasn't at the school weight yet, or I still maybe had a little bit of confidence issues in the beginning, or in the beginning, I still maybe went to McDonald's here and there. I'm not perfect. How can I help anybody? I was so afraid of that. And you just have to realize when you come into this business that with anything, there's going to be some haters. There's going to be some people that want to see you fail, that might think that what you're doing is stupid, but you have to remember that greater picture, that number one that we brought up, your why. You've got to remember that. Every time somebody tried to talk down to me or make fun of me or whatever, I just always thought about those other people, the ones that I was helping. And most importantly, I always thought about what this business did for myself and how it helped me, how I feel it helped save my life because it helped me get my health back on track. And that gave me enough strength to get past that. So don't sit there and say, well, I'm not going to post anything because I'm scared of what other people will think or what they will say about me, or they'll think I'm being salesy whenever I see them. Don't think that way. You are impacting people that you do not even realize that maybe won't even comment on your post for 3, 6, 9 months because they're just watching you and being inspired by you a little bit every single day. So please, please, please do not dull your sparkle for these haters that are out there, that are sitting there behind their computers being trolls, making fun of you. Ignore that. Do this for the people that you're going to be able to help and change their lives, because it is so magical when you do that. Mistake number 5, not getting personal. Oh, there are so many facts. There's so many things that you can share. And in the beginning, sometimes it's easier to just blast out a bunch of numerical information. Like, so many people here use Shakeology, and this happens, this and that and the other thing, all these facts that nobody ever really cares about. What people care about is finding a common ground with you as a person and as a coach. So if you're not getting personal in your posts, how is that happening? So I just put 2 quick posts up there that I just, found really, really quick. One of them is when I was just drinking my shake, a way that I wanted to talk about it. Everyone knows that I am a huge sweet tooth person. I love chocolate, everything. And that's why I love Shakeology so much. But I like a little bit of trickery. So I just broke down some very basic facts, and the fact that all I'm tasting is chocolate cake. That makes me happy. Real basic stuff, but it is personal to me, instead of just throwing up a graphic that Beachbody has made that shows 3 cups of romaine, 4 cups of raw mushrooms. We all know that graphic. It's all around. There's nothing personal about that. It's just a bunch of information. And that same thing goes for facts about weight loss or measurements lost, anything related to a challenge group or, a program results wise. The photo down the bottom left is a before and after, I did for a Throwback Thursday, where I shared more information on my personal journey about where I was at mentally and health wise in the picture on the left, where I was at my heaviest, to where I was that time frame when I posted this picture. That's getting personal with somebody. That's not just having them hear the name T25 and a bunch of random facts that they can't relate to. That's them hearing T25 and seeing what it did for me as their friend, as their relative, as their former coworker, as somebody that they know personally, that's helping them identify and place a product with me, a face, a real tangible person, not just a nobody on TV that they can't relate to. It's the common ground that they're looking for. So get personal with your posts. It's okay to breadcrumb. I've done different training videos on breadcrumbing. You don't have to tell them the whole shebang in one post, but give them enough for them to see you on a personal level and get to know you. I've done some other trainings before, and I'll say it again. It's really important to look at your Facebook as a reality TV show. You want people to tune into you. You want people to see the real you and want to be drawn to your posts every single day. And a big way to do that is to get personal and to share who you are. Not just sharing the highlight reel of all the great things, but sharing the good, the bad, the ugly, sharing the amazing things that have happened to you, the struggles you've overcome, but the successes and accomplishments too. So get personal with it to the point where you're comfortable and build from there. It's so super important, guys, especially with building credibility. Number 6, please don't come into coaching thinking you're going to become a millionaire overnight. Beachbody, they do not guarantee any level of income or success. All of this depends on you completely. And, so often when I have coaches that sign up and, over the course of a month or two, they come to me and they say, I'm not making thousands of dollars yet. Well, yeah, you're not going to. If you were becoming a millionaire overnight, I would sincerely question the credibility of this company, because that just is not something that happens. Any business, any successful venture is going to take time and dedication and hard work. I look back to when I started this business and I was working about 70 hours a week. I was sleeping very little. I was only building this business on my lunch break. That was the only time I could make it work. But I was committed to doing this because I knew that I was going to get into the Millionaires Club someday. I knew that I was going to become a full-time coach. I was going to be staying at home, building a legacy for my family down the road, being able to take care of my family when they needed them, not having financial worries, and having this ability to be there, like my why in the very beginning, like we were talking about, said. But I knew during all that time, that all that hard work, it had to be done that way to get there. I knew that I wasn't just because I told everyone on Facebook I was a Facebook coach or a Beachbody coach, that suddenly it was going to be raining hundreds on me. That's not how it works in this business. This business is one that takes time. It takes that effort. It takes a little bit of work every single day to building on the work from the previous day to get where you need to be. So if you come into this and you're not making money the way that you want to be making, number one, the first thing you need to do is go back to the things we've already talked about and see if you're doing those. Because usually when people come to me, they're doing those things. They're posting the shaker cup every single day as their post, and they're wondering why people aren't being drawn to them. They're not doing things that they need to be doing. They're not reaching out for training from me. They're not taking the initiative. They're just expecting things to fall in their lap, and that is not going to happen with this. So if you're a new coach and you're expecting this, change your mindset right now. Realize that you and yourself alone are the person that's responsible for what's going to happen with this opportunity. We've got lots of resources and tools to help get you there, but you have got to want it. You have got to put in the time, and you have got to be trying. Don't just sit there. Please don't. Try it. This business is amazing. Make it work for you. You'll be so happy that you did. Trust me. Mistake number 7, bashing others. I had to put this graphic up there because right now I have seen so many people bashing the presidential election. So because it's the most relevant thing right now, I put this up there. I can tell you from personal experience, when I first became a coach, it was also around an election time. And I, at the time, was not a big fan of one of the presidential candidates. And I really took to Facebook to share my opinions all the time. And they were not favorable at all. I am constantly reminded of these because I have that lovely little Time Hop app on my phone that tells me what I post on social media, ever since I got a Facebook or Instagram account. And sometimes I cringe looking at the stuff I used to post. Am I an opinionated person? Absolutely. If you've met me for 2 seconds, you know that. But what I have learned with coaching is that you want to be careful of how you voice your opinion. I'm not saying don't. I'm saying you want to be cautious, because if you're sitting there and, for example, just taking the Trump and Clinton debate about who would be a better candidate, if you're sitting there and saying that every single person that's a Republican is a dumbass, right there you're eliminating 50% of your market. Right there you're telling them that you have nothing to offer them because you're already offending them. And it's okay if you think that all Republicans are dumbasses. That doesn't mean you need to say it, because everybody is entitled to an opinion, but you aren't necessarily entitled to offending everybody. I guess that's a better way to put it. So when you're looking at your posts, think about who you could be turning off that could possibly be a customer or a coach or someone that could refer you to other people. I know in the beginning I turned off a lot of people by some of the things that I was saying. I know it. That's something that I regret deeply, but I have learned from that mistake. It's not just about bashing people. It's about being extremely negative on Facebook, just constantly whining and woe is me and saying awful things. We know that your life is not always going to be perfect. I'm not saying to just only show that highlight reel. Be real. But if you're being negative 9 times out of 10, why does someone want to come to you? Why does someone want to have that interaction with you and trust you with a very intimate and personal experience? When someone comes to you that needs help with losing weight or confidence, how is a negative Nancy going to help? It's not. So, we're about positive living here. We're about sharing those positive moments and inspiring people. Yeah, we're real people. We might not like Trump. We might not like Hillary, but we're real people. And we are posting in a positive way where we're not going to turn off anybody regardless of what they think. The same thing goes for other products. Just piggybacking off of this one, I didn't make this a mistake because it falls in this category, but bashing other companies. Okay, hi, I work for Beachbody. I get it. This is my livelihood and the best thing I ever did for myself. Does that mean I'm going to go bash the people that are selling Plexus or Isagenix or Advocare or anything else that's a multi-level marketing company that's similar to what we do? Absolutely not, because you have to realize coming into this that might not be for everybody. What we have to offer at Beachbody might not be for everybody. And as much as I want to help everybody, I understand that. But what I can offer everybody is positivity and inspiration, regardless of what they're doing. And I hope that I am doing that. But if I'm sitting there and on my Facebook wall, I'm talking about how Beachbody is so much better than XYZ because of this, that is not doing anything positive for your business. There's no need for that, because that product is going to help somebody somewhere. It might not be you or people that you know, but somewhere in your newsfeed that could be helping somebody. So don't turn them off. Be positive, guys. Be freaking positive. Okay, mistake number 8, skipping the vitals. The vital behaviors are something that I really hope that every single person that is listening to this call, they understand, but we're going to break it down really, really quickly. When you skip the vital behaviors, you are essentially just cutting off your foot when it comes to this business. And you're not going to move very fast at all, because these are the 3 cornerstones to building that business and to building credibility, especially in your posting and your news feeds. You've got to be proof of the product. If you're not talking about your workouts, if you're not working out, if you're not drinking Shakeology, but you expect other people to be drinking it, why would they want to do that? Why? Just think about that for a second. Would you buy something from somebody if they were just talking about something, but you didn't know for sure if it was good or bad because they couldn't even tell you because they weren't using it? Absolutely not. I know that I wouldn't. I like firsthand experience. I like to know. So be proof of the product so that you can talk about these things and help other people. You've got to be growing mentally. When it comes to personal development, this is one area that people don't take seriously enough. Personal development has helped me so much with my mindset as a leader, as a person, overcoming obstacles and difficult times in my life. I can't begin to tell you how much personal development helped me after I lost my father in November. I never thought I would say personal development was a big help to me, but I realized then how much it had when it came to strength and growth. And you've got to be doing things every day to grow yourself mentally as a leader, as a business CEO, because that's what you are. Whether it be watching a webinar or reading a book, you should be doing something to grow mentally every single day. Please do not cut that part of your day out and think that it could be, thrown to the wayside and caught up later. Make time for it. Your body will thank you. Your mind will thank you. And you have to be inviting to things. If you're not inviting people to join you on this journey, whether it be a challenge group, a sneak peek, just to get healthier, then you are, again, doing yourself a huge disservice, because that is how people they get involved, how they are able to start making transformations, because they're getting involved in the process to start living a healthier lifestyle. You've got to be doing these things every single day. And the best way to do that is to start posting about them. Post about your workout every single day, and not the same workout pose every single day, different variations. Let people know what you're doing so they can see, what? Katie is legit. She's credible. She's working out every day too. She's not just telling me I need to do it. She's doing it as well. She's drinking that shake thing. She's making these cool recipes. She's reading these neat books. I've got to get in one of these groups. You've got to be building up the hype for it. So don't skip those vital behaviors, guys. Don't skip them one day. And the last one that I'm going to share with you guys, which is really important because I see it all too often, the same old every single day. And I know it's common in the beginning, you might think, I have no clue what to post about. I'm just going to post the same silly picture of me holding my Shakeology cup like this with a weird smirk on my face over and over every single day. That is so boring. It goes back to that stuff we were talking about earlier about promoting yourself, not promoting others, but not being boring. Spice things up. Be who you are. Share your personality. Give people a reason to be excited about this journey. When you're a new coach, I get that you're so excited about things. I know I've said that a couple times in here, and I was too, and you want to just get going with it. But dive into trainings. You know, in our Coach Family page, I've listed several different kinds of just topics to post about each day to help you stay on track, to give you something when you wake up in the morning, an idea of what you could post about. That way then you can create a graphic or a picture based off of that. There's lots of other ones in the Dynasty United Coach family. We've got lots of resources. So use some of those to inspire you if you're not sure. You know, hop on Pinterest for ideas. Just do some searching around of the coaches that you really admire and see some different things that they're doing to post to get some ideas for your own so that you're not doing the same thing. Just remember, don't copy other people's stuff. Don't share it. Make it your own. Put your own spin on it. There's so many great apps out there, so many good tools to help you be creative that you really want to hit the ground running with this stuff, guys. It takes a while. I get it. So if you're struggling, I want to make sure that you message me, let me know, and we'll get you going on a specific training plan to get you going or get you plugged into one of our other coach groups that are more specific. But these common mistakes are very simple to overcome. And if you've been making them, don't beat yourself up. Don't think that you're any less of a coach. Just moving forward, work really hard to focus on what you're posting about and how you're coming across to other people so that you're not turning people away. Hope this helps, guys. I hope you have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.